The three C's vie for a national convention. OSBA bills move through the legislature. The MBR is coming. And will there be a spring break? This is Todd Book with On the Books. Just like Paul Revere warned the British were coming, I'm here to let you know that the MBR is coming. The MBR, the Mid-Biennium Review, is this year's budget bill. Last week in Medina, Governor Kasich highlighted many of his proposals that will appear in the MBR, including expanding vocational education opportunities to children as young as 7th grade and lowering the state income tax to below 5%. The concern on the square is whenever you take away tax dollars in one area, you have to add them somewhere else. When the question is whether those tax dollars will come by expanding the severance tax on oil and gas production here in Ohio or by expanding the CAT tax, also known as the commercial activity tax. We here at the OSBA will be watching the MBR to determine how it may affect practicing attorneys here in Ohio. In other news, OSBA bills continue to move through the legislature. Senate Bill 98, a product of the Corporate Law Committee, was recently signed by the governor and became law. The bill expands the type of entities that can serve as statutory agents in Ohio. Also, Senate Bill 202, the Control Share Acquisition Act, also a product of the Corporate Law Committee, passed out of the House Judiciary Committee and is awaiting full vote in the Ohio House. Once it passes the House, it will go to the governor for signature. The bill gives more protections to shareholders in the case of corporate hostile takeovers. Lastly, House Bill 201, the bill dealing with mortgage subrogation issues and mortgage satisfaction issues, passed the full House on a unanimous vote and has now moved on to the Senate. I want to thank the Real Property section for their work in making this bill become closer to reality. Ohio has been the center of the political world for the last several presidential elections. However, the Buckeye State last hosted a national convention in 1936 when the Republicans came to Cleveland. The Democrats last visited the Buckeye State in 1880 whenever they visited Cincinnati. The political powers in the state are wanting to change that for the 2016 National Convention, and Columbus, Cincinnati, and Cleveland are all vying for those national conventions. They have brought out such heavyweights as former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger and former Ohio Governor Ted Strickland to make the case. Ohio had another harsh storm this week, causing more schools to miss yet more days. Ohio law allows schools to miss 5 days before they have to start making them up. In an attempt to allow schools to continue to have a spring break, the Ohio House introduced House Bill 416, which has extended the number of calamity days by 4. The bill quickly moved through the House and was sent to the Senate. The Senate has amended the bill, and those amendments were not concurred with by the House, forcing a conference committee that will occur next week to determine if the differences between the two bills can be ironed out. Hopefully, they can iron the differences out, and we can have a spring break in Ohio. And more importantly, a quick spring. We deserve it. This is Todd Book, and that's the Word on the Square. Thanks for watching.